So last month, my buddy Dave, who, for context, once tried to convince me a pet rock could be taught to roll over, announced that he was going to train his goldfish, Bubbles, to fetch. I figured he meant something reasonable, like teaching Bubbles to swim through a hoop or maybe follow his finger. You know, standard goldfish tricks. But Dave was adamant that Bubbles could learn to fetch, like a dog. He even cleared out his living room and set up a tiny obstacle course using chopsticks and bottle caps. At this point, I realized either Dave had lost it, or I was about to witness the next big thing in aquatic athletics. A week later, Dave invited me over to watch Bubbles' progress. I'll admit, I was expecting to see a fish floundering around aimlessly, but Dave had somehow managed to get Bubbles to nudge a ping pong ball across the tank. Impressive, sure, but not quite the goldfish version of Lassie yet. That's when Dave proudly produced a package from his desk, tore it open, and revealed a custom-made, tiny goldfish leash. He clipped it, gently, don't worry, to Bubbles' little tank harness, then looked at me with a grin that said, "Prepare to have your mind blown." Now, you'd think this would be the end of it, a guy with too much free time and a leashed fish. But no. Dave decided Bubbles needed exercise on land. So he filled a plastic kiddie pool with water, plopped Bubbles in, and handed me the leash. "Take him for a walk," he said, as if this was the most normal activity in the world. Not wanting to crush his dreams, or get splashed by a very unimpressed goldfish, I started walking around the pool, leash in hand, while Bubbles swam laps. Pretty soon, Dave was yelling, "Faster!" And, before I knew it, I was jogging in circles, trying to keep up with a surprisingly agile fish attached to a string. So there I was, being dragged around a kiddie pool by a goldfish while Dave cheered us on. Neighbors peered over the fence, and I questioned every life choice that led me to this moment. And that's how, against all odds, Bubbles became the first pet in history to walk a human, proving once and for all that when it comes to fish, it's not about teaching them new tricks, it's about reeling in the right sucker.